Our show today is a retrospective. We're going to take this time to look back at a few of the major businesses in Torrance and find out what they're doing today. We'll also have interviews with the incoming and the outgoing chamber presidents. So stay tuned. Welcome to Getting the Business in Torrance. I'm your host, Jim Armstrong. Our first show in 1995 featured the High Shear Technology Corporation. Because of the downsizing in the space program and decreased need for space technology, companies such as High Shear found they needed to diversify their services or go out of business. That concern and the advent of President Clinton's Defense Conversion Plan, where businesses could apply for grants to help them make the transition from defense to commercial technology, led to High Shear's development of the Life Shear. The Life Shear applies space technology to a more down-to-earth need, a life-saving device that can cut through metal. High Shear sought the help of the Torrance Fire Department in developing and testing the tool, and in 1993, after getting approval from the Torrance City Council, High Shear and the Fire Department jointly applied to the Technology Reinvestment Program for a grant. George Kiriyama tells us more.
A scene that has become familiar to us all. The space shuttle lifting off into the heavens. A Torrance aerospace company, the High Shear Technology Corporation, provides cartridge devices that help power the shuttle into space. These devices were planned to power other defense programs as well, but with the end of the Cold War, that has all changed. Instead, High Shear has converted its defense technology to commercial use. Its new product, a lightweight, portable, and cost-effective version of the Jaws of Life called the Life Shear Cutter. The federal government has taken notice of this project, and matching funds have been provided under the Technology Reinvestment Program.
What the TRP program did for us is by being able to defray some of the costs initially, we were able to accomplish in 1 year what probably would have taken us 2 or 3 years, because I didn't have that much cash to put into the development of the product at the time. The government provided matching funds of $800,000 to us on this program, of which some of it went to the city of Torrance, and the rest went to us. It was split between the city of Torrance and High Shear.
The great thing about this product is its portability and lightweight feel. Even a small guy like me can pick one up and carry it around. Now you can understand why firefighters across the nation are excited about the latest in fire rescue technology.
And I'm hearing a lot of feedback, interest in it, because of, like I said, it's got a niche. It's a small unit. It's not very expensive, and what it does real well. So there's a lot of interest brewing out there right now. It should take off.
There are two versions of the Life Shear. The LS-100 weighs 11.5 pounds. The LS-200, just 8.5 pounds. The portability allows firefighters to rescue a victim from a car in a matter of minutes. No more hydraulic lines, pumps, or motors. Just pop in a cartridge called a power unit, and the cut is made. Besides saving lives, the Life Shear cutters can serve another purpose.
And we're finding alternate uses for the tool. And the primary one we found so far is the utility companies. The utility companies have problems cutting the very heavy cable, and this tool does a very fine job for them, and does it quickly.
High Shear plans to assemble 2,000 Life Shear cutters, and at a price of $1,750 each, fire departments across the country will be able to buy these cutters without busting their budget.
Today, High Shear markets and sells the Life Shear throughout the entire United States, as well as in various parts of the world. They have also developed and are beginning to market a similar device, the Line Shear, The lion's share can be used by electrical utility companies to cut power lines. And due to the increased need for commercial satellites because of broadcast stations and cellular telephones and beepers and pagers, their other businesses are booming. If you would like to know how the city can assist your business, call the Department of Economic Development at 618-5807. We'll be back with an interview with the new Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce president right after this.
Your child touching the stars are out of this world. The chance she'll grow up to be a famous architect is somewhat more down to earth. But the chances are more than 1 in 4 your baby isn't fully protected against childhood diseases. Be sure his baby shots are on schedule. Ask your doctor at every visit. Give your child the chance to be whatever he wants, even if it's a rock star. Even if you're sure, ask again.
Welcome back. With me today is Bob Wade from Toyota Motor Sales Incorporated, who also happens to be the new Chamber of Commerce president. Bob, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jim. It's good to be here.
Tell me what your plans are for the chamber. I know that at the beginning of every presidential year there's the retreat and the planning session. What are the main themes you've developed?
Well, the theme for 1998-99, my term as president, is captioned, realize the possibilities. And people have said, well, what does all that mean? Well, there are a number of changes and challenges that are happening right here in Torrance. First and foremost is something that we all can see every day in our community, and that's increasing diversity. Some time ago, when the city moved forward with its strategic plan, the city did a demographic study looking at the composition of the residential and business communities in Torrance at that time and where we'd be in the year 2010. The study forecasted that the Asian American population would be about 60% of Torrance in 2010. Non-Hispanic whites would be comprise about 25% of the population, and the balance Hispanic, African Americans, and other ethnic groups. And that's a dramatic change from the 1990 census, when 2/3 of the residents of Torrance were non-Hispanic whites. So the handwriting is on the wall. We're becoming a more diverse community, and to that end, many of us appreciate that diversity is a strength, but it's also a challenge. The city, business organizations such as the Chamber, and residents need to outreach. They will need to embrace our new neighbors and form collective strength. And if we don't seize this opportunity, we run the risk of government being unresponsive and not representative, business organizations not being effective, and frankly, the community becoming balkanized.
All right, now, Bob, let me interrupt for just a minute, because over the years in the 1950s, the city of Torrance has been rather successful in attracting major corporate development here. For example, your own Toyota Motor Sales.
Right.
What is there about the city, or what has there been, or what do you see as the major theme of attract people?
Well, I think
corporate enterprise.
Well, I think there's advantages to business, there's advantages on the residential side. From the business side, of course, you're correct. In 1957, Toyota opened its doors in the U.S. in Southern California. Toyota happens to be the company I work for. We initially established business up in Hollywood at a small auto dealership up there, and about 20 years ago we came to Torrance. And Torrance now is our home. We have about 2,300 Toyota associates in the South Bay area. It's been an attraction for us, the South Bay area, for a number of reasons. One, it's a safe environment. It's a very good environment in terms of access, transportation-wise. For us, it's strategically located between LAX and the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles. We are kind of in the hub here, if you will, to the gateway to the Pacific. So for foreign-owned companies such as ours with a parent company in the Pacific Rim, it's a logical place to be.
It seems to me that to have that strength going in and to recognize the strength you see in the future, you're in a key position to make some big moves.
Well, I think there's advantages clearly to our business, both in being in this area. There's some advantages in not only our business, but every business appreciating the value of diversity, both within our organizations and in the customers that we serve. So from a business perspective, from a chamber perspective, we as a chamber have to be more inclusive. And we have to coach our businesses to see this as a strategic opportunity.
Well, it seems to me that the biggest single objective or obstacle at the beginning is to recognize it.
Right.
Recognize the problem before you. And you've overcome that because clearly you're looking to the future, and I think that's important.
Well, one of the things that began evolving 2-3 years ago in the chamber, and last year I think we really accelerated the process, was the diversity outreach with our Chinese New Year's activity. We had the first ever Black History celebration here in Torrance. This coming year we'll have both of those events plus an outreach to the Asian American community. So the recognition of the importance of this is underway, and we anticipate doing more of that in the coming year.
Bob, it's been great to talk with you, even for this brief time. And I know as busy as you are with the chamber and with your own position at Toyota, we would appreciate you taking the time to come down and say hello.
Well, Jim, it's always a pleasure.
Good luck to you,
Thank you,
in
sir.
this coming year, and may it see the fulfillment of all of your plans.
Thank you.
If you'd like to have up-to-the-minute information on the chamber, check out the website at torrancechamber.com. And you can still call the chamber during regular business hours at 540-5858. But now they also have a new automated information service. This hotline number, 851-2600, is accessible 24 hours a day from a touch-tone phone from anywhere in the world. We'll be right back.
20 kids. For 1 hour a week, you leave your concrete world of flip phones and faxes and talk to 20 kids about how business works. They will question everything, but those 20 kids will talk to 20 more. So by Saturday, what you said on Thursday could be halfway around their world. You get to make a difference. Could just make the rest of your week pretty dull. That's the new JA, teaching kids how business works.
Welcome back. One company that made the decision to locate in Torrance was Panasonic Disk Services. Panasonic started production almost 2 years ago. Diana McKinnon has the story.
Panasonic is bringing big business and state-of-the-art technology to Torrance with the recent opening of a DVD disc manufacturing facility in the city. This 62,000 square foot plant is the first in the U.S. to specialize in the high-volume production of DVD disc products for the movie, music, and software industries. A DVD disc is similar to a CD-ROM in actual size, but this is where the similarities end. A DVD disc has a capability of holding 14 times the information of a CD, therefore making it the latest in disc technology. The decision to build the plant in Torrance was not an issue that management at Panasonic took lightly. Many important points had to be considered in the decision. After months of study, the Panasonic team decided that Torrance provided all of the basic elements they were looking for.
I guess you can go back to the old scenario about what the real estate broker always tells you. There's 3 really important things to look at. First one is location, second one is location, third one is location. I mean, it's a terrific place to be. Its proximity to LAX is excellent. But I think there were a lot of other issues that fell into the marketplace, and one is the desire of the city to entice us to come here. Obviously, we were approached by many other towns and markets to relocate to their situation. Orange County was very aggressive towards procuring this facility. But the folks at Torrance were just super. They bent over backwards. They helped us in many ways. They spoke to people, even helping us finding the building. and helping us find another building because we anticipate that this will be a growing scenario. So we expect to have that. So they